This video is a tribute, a place where we reflect on the journeys of those who left unforgettable marks on our hearts. On this, December 1st, 2025, we come together to celebrate their inspiring lives, honor their achievements, and carry their memories forward with love. Along with these tributes, we'll also share updates on WWE stars who are currently dealing with challenges that fans across the world are concerned about. Subscribe today and join our community that cherishes their legacy. Big Titan, born on January 16, 1970, left a lasting legacy in the world of professional wrestling. Known for his towering presence and impressive athleticism, he quickly became a fan favorite, captivating audiences with his mix of power moves and surprising agility. His larger-than-life persona and unique style set him apart from many of his peers, earning him respect and admiration wherever he competed. Over the course of his career, Big Titan showcased his versatility, excelling in a variety of wrestling promotions. He wasn't just a powerhouse in the ring. His charisma and ability to connect with fans made him a standout. His signature moves, combined with his magnetic personality, created unforgettable moments that have been etched in the memories of wrestling fans worldwide. Off the mat, Big Titan's warmth and generosity were just as impactful. He was deeply involved in charity work and often took part in community outreach programs, always looking for ways to give back. His kindness and willingness to inspire young fans and aspiring wrestlers made him even more beloved, solidifying his legacy far beyond his in-ring achievements. Sadly, Big Titan passed away on September 20th, 2019, but his influence lives on. His dedication to the sport and his heartfelt connection with fans ensure that he will always be remembered as one of the true giants in professional wrestling history. Rosie, born Matthew Anoa'i on April 7, 1970, was a professional wrestler best known for his time in WWE during the early 2000s. Part of the legendary Anoa'i wrestling family, which includes his brother Roman Reigns and his cousin Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Rosie's connection to wrestling ran deep. Starting his career in the mid-90s, Rosie initially competed in smaller independent promotions and later joined WCW as part of the tag team the Samoan Gangsta Party, alongside his cousin Jamal, later known as Umaga. However, it was his time in WWE that truly brought him into the spotlight. In 2002, he was paired with Hurricane Shane Helms in a quirky superhero tag team known as the Superheroes. The duo's playful and comedic chemistry quickly made them fan favorites. Known for his lovable and goofy persona, Rosie added a fun, entertaining element to WWE's storylines, even during serious feuds. His charisma and athleticism shone through, even when playing the underdog. After leaving WWE, Rosie continued his wrestling career on the independent circuit and dedicated time to training the next generation of wrestlers. Sadly, Rosie passed away on April 17, 2017, at the age of 47 due to congestive heart failure. His untimely death left a void in the wrestling world, but his contributions to the sport and his memorable character continue to live on, especially within the Anoa'i family's wrestling legacy. Nikolai Volkoff, born Josip Peruzovich, was a towering figure in professional wrestling, most famous for embodying the role of the Soviet villain during the Cold War era. Standing over 6 feet tall and tipping the scales at more than 300 pounds, Volkoff's imposing presence made him a perfect fit for the part of a despised antagonist. His on-screen persona as a loyal Soviet soldier who would often sing the Soviet national anthem before matches riled up audiences, earning him a reputation as one of the most hated villains in wrestling history. But behind the scenes, Volkoff couldn't have been more different from his character. Despite playing a figure many fans loved to hate, he was known for his professionalism, discipline, and genuine kindness. Born in Yugoslavia, he found a new home in the United States after fleeing communism, and he would later express deep respect for the country that took him in. In his wrestling career, Volkoff forged a successful partnership with the Iron Sheik, and together they captured the WWE Tag Team Championship, cementing their place in wrestling history. Though Volkoff's persona was designed to spark boos and jeers, those who knew him personally admired his commitment to his craft and the wrestling business. After his passing at 70, he left behind a unique legacy. Nikolai Volkoff remains an iconic figure whose contributions helped shape the role of the classic wrestling villain, leaving an indelible mark on the sport and its fans. Terry Gene Bollea, better known to fans around the world as Hulk Hogan, was a larger-than-life figure who helped shape professional wrestling into the global phenomenon it is today. Born on August 11, 1953 in Augusta, Georgia, Hogan's rise to fame started in the late 1970s, but it was with the WWF, now WWE, in the 1980s that he became a true icon. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches, with a chiseled frame and an unforgettable persona, Hogan became the face of wrestling's rock and wrestling era, dominating the scene with his catchphrases like, "What you gonna do?" and his heroic all-American image. Hogan's career boasts 6 WWF championships and 6 WCW World Heavyweight titles, a testament to his enduring appeal across different eras. One of his most iconic moments came at WrestleMania 3, when he famously body-slammed the 520-pound Andre the Giant, a feat that cemented his place in wrestling history. Beyond the ring, Hogan became a pop culture icon, appearing in movies, TV shows, and countless commercials. Despite facing controversies and personal challenges, his legacy remained untarnished, making him a beloved figure both in and out of the squared circle. Hogan passed away on July 24, 2025, in Clearwater, Florida, at the age of 71. But his impact on wrestling and entertainment will live on forever. He'll always be remembered as the face of wrestling's golden era. Dominic Mysterio, born on April 5, 1997, in San Diego, California, is a figure who has risen from the shadows of a legendary family name to carve out his own identity in the wrestling world. As the son of Rey Mysterio, one of WWE's most beloved icons, Dominic's journey to the ring has been both a blessing and a challenge. Growing up in a household where wrestling was not just a career, but a way of life, Dominic faced the unique pressure of following in the footsteps of a man who redefined lucha libre for generations. Yet while his father's legacy loomed large over him, it also fueled a desire for Dominic to prove himself as more than just a second-generation wrestler. His evolution from a curious child in wrestling storylines to a villainous figure with the Judgment Day has been nothing short of captivating. However, the path to success in professional wrestling is rarely without its obstacles. And for Dominic, this includes the physical toll of the sport, personal sacrifices, and financial uncertainties that come with an unpredictable career. As his career progresses, the challenges he faces are as significant as his achievements, especially after suffering a recent rib injury that has added another layer of complexity to his journey. Growing up in the shadow of Rey Mysterio, from an early age, Dominic was exposed to the world of professional wrestling, a universe filled with travel, high-stakes performances, and the constant tension between spectacle and reality. His father, Rey Mysterio, was not just a wrestler, he was a global icon, beloved for his incredible athleticism and his contributions to the wrestling world. Dominic's childhood was marked by time spent backstage at WWE events, witnessing firsthand the grind of his father's career. This front-row seat to the highs and lows of wrestling meant that Dominic developed an early understanding of the physical and emotional sacrifices required to succeed in the industry. His childhood became a part of WWE's narrative, especially during the infamous custody storyline involving Eddie Guerrero. While this controversial storyline was more fiction than fact, it marked Dominic's first major introduction to the wrestling world and set the stage for his eventual entry into the ring. However, growing up in a wrestling family came with its own challenges. Dominic faced the constant pressure of living up to the Mysterio name, knowing that the world would always be watching him through the lens of his father's legacy. The WWE debut and the early struggles. Dominic Mysterio officially entered the WWE spotlight in 2020 when he faced Seth Rollins in his debut match at SummerSlam. For many, it was a moment of anticipation, wondering whether Dominic could live up to the expectations surrounding him. Given his family's immense history in the business, there was little margin for error. Fans and critics alike were skeptical, with some believing that Dominic was handed opportunities purely because of his last name. Despite this, he rose to the challenge, delivering a passionate and impressive performance that showcased both his heart and potential. While the match itself was memorable, it also marked the beginning of a long and difficult journey for Dominic, one filled with criticism, self-doubt, and the constant need to prove himself. His early years in WWE were defined by the challenge of stepping out from the shadow of his father's illustrious career. As he teamed up with Rey Mysterio for several matches, the comparisons between father and son were inevitable. For Dominic, this was both a blessing and a curse. It gave him the chance to learn from one of the best, but it also made it difficult for him to establish his own identity within the company. Wrestling style and evolving reputation. As a wrestler, Dominic Mysterio has developed a style that blends elements of lucha libre, a nod to his father's influence, with a more grounded and aggressive approach. While not as fast or acrobatic as Rey Mysterio, Dominic's moveset demonstrates an increasing willingness to take risks and experiment with his style. His size, at 6 feet 1 inch tall and around 200 pounds, is larger than that of his father, but he still possesses surprising agility, allowing him to adapt to different opponents and situations. His matches have ranged from high-profile bouts against established veterans to championship challenges, solidifying his place on WWE's main roster. However, it is not just his wrestling that has set him apart. It is his ability to elicit emotional reactions from the crowd. Whether through disdain, mockery, or reluctant admiration, Dominic has learned to command the audience's attention, making every match a chance to elevate his character. Over time, he has proven that he is more than just a second-generation wrestler. He is a performer with his own voice, carving out his own niche in the industry. The brutal rib injury, a setback in his career. In June 2025, Dominic's promising career faced a severe setback when he suffered a rib injury during a match. The injury, which involved 2 dislocated lower ribs, caused significant pain and discomfort, sidelining the young wrestler for an undetermined period. Rib injuries are notoriously difficult to recover from, as they affect everything from breathing to mobility. For a professional wrestler like Dominic, whose career relies on physical endurance and high-impact movements, this injury represented a major obstacle. The pain associated with rib injuries can be excruciating, and even the simplest actions, such as getting in and out of the ring, become agonizing tasks. While the exact moment the injury occurred remains unclear, it is known that the rib damage significantly impacted his ability to perform. The severity of the injury has raised questions about Dominic's future in the ring, especially considering the intense physical demands of wrestling. This injury serves as a stark reminder of the inherent risks involved in the profession and has forced Dominic to take a step back and reassess his health and career trajectory. Challenges in recovery and financial uncertainty. As Dominic works through the rehabilitation process, concerns about his long-term health have become a focal point for both fans and wrestling insiders. Rib injuries are complex and require patience to heal properly. Rushing back too soon could lead to further complications, potentially sidelining him for an even longer period. For a young wrestler like Dominic, this could have serious implications for his career. Wrestling is a physically demanding sport, and recurring injuries or improper recovery could shorten a wrestler's career. The physical toll of the sport is compounded by financial uncertainty, as the majority of a wrestler's income depends on regular performance and exposure. Time away from the ring can significantly impact Dominic's earnings, from merchandise sales to performance bonuses. While WWE compensates its performers well, the absence of a major star like Dominic raises questions about how the company will adjust its storylines in his absence. With his health in question and his financial future uncertain, Dominic faces a crossroads that many wrestlers have encountered before him, balancing recovery with the pressures of a career that demands constant visibility and success. The burden of legacy. Dominic's struggles are further complicated by the weight of his father's legacy. Rey Mysterio is not just a wrestling legend, he is an icon whose impact on the industry transcends generations. For Dominic, the pressure to live up to his father's career is an ever-present challenge. Every injury, every setback is framed by fans and critics alike as proof that Dominic cannot withstand the rigors of wrestling in the same way his father did. The emotional toll of carrying the Mysterio name can be overwhelming, especially when the inevitable comparisons between father and son are made. Yet despite the difficulties, Dominic has shown resilience. He has consistently demonstrated that he is not just a product of his father's legacy, but a wrestler in his own right, capable of overcoming adversity and finding his own path. The current injury and its subsequent recovery will likely become another chapter in Dominic's ongoing battle to define himself within the wrestling world. Support from the Judgment Day and fan reactions. One of the few constants in Dominic's career has been the unwavering support of his Judgment Day faction mates. Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest have all stood by him during his recovery, keeping his name relevant in storylines even while he is physically sidelined. This camaraderie has been invaluable, offering Dominic a sense of stability as he navigates the uncertainty surrounding his injury. The Judgment Day members have been vocal about their belief in Dominic's potential, and this support has been instrumental in maintaining his status as a top figure in WWE, even during his absence. However, fan reactions to Dominic's injury have been divided. While some express sympathy for the young wrestler's pain and wish him a swift recovery, others use the opportunity to criticize him, claiming that his career has been built solely on the coattails of his father's fame. This mixed reaction is nothing new for Dominic, whose heel persona has often invited boos and jeers. Yet with his injury, the lines between character and real-life pain have become blurred, and some fans struggle to separate the two. The negative reactions, while expected, reflect the polarizing nature of Dominic's career and the complex relationship between wrestlers and their audiences in the modern era. The road ahead, recovery and reintegration into WWE. Looking ahead, Dominic's career hinges on how he handles the physical and emotional challenges of recovery. WWE will need to carefully manage his reintegration into storylines, ensuring that his return feels like a triumphant moment rather than a rushed decision that jeopardizes his health. His storyline could potentially evolve around his recovery, adding depth to his character and offering fans a new chapter in his journey. If handled properly, his return to the ring could be a moment of redemption, allowing Dominic to reassert himself as a top talent in WWE. However, rushing back too soon could lead to further injury, potentially derailing his career permanently. For Dominic, the path forward is fraught with challenges, but it also presents an opportunity to prove that he can overcome adversity and continue to thrive in the world of professional wrestling. Conclusion: Dominic Mysterio's story is one of triumph, struggle, and resilience. From his early days in WWE to his rise as a key member of the Judgment Day, Dominic has demonstrated his ability to evolve as both a performer and a character. However, his journey has not been without its setbacks, particularly with the recent rib injury that has forced him to confront the harsh realities of the wrestling world. As he recovers, Dominic faces not only physical challenges, but also emotional and financial pressures. The burden of living up to his father's legacy, coupled with the uncertainty of his future in WWE, adds complexity to his story. Yet through it all, Dominic's determination to carve out his own path shines through. Whether he returns to the ring as a villainous hero or an even more resilient underdog, one thing is clear: Dominic Mysterio is a force to be reckoned with in the world of professional wrestling.